Hello everyone, and this is the 59th episode of Too Long Didn't Scroll, the show for you to get quick, daily, and listenable news updates on platforms like YouTube and most podcast apps. Use this show to find out whatever was international news on any particular day without having to dig through an endless newsfeed. Happy listening everyone. We start day 59, March 19th of 2023 in the country of the Central African Republic, which has been in the midst of a civil war since 2012. The Civil War was birthed out of the aftermath of the Union of Democratic Forces for Unity, or UDFR, began insurgency in the country after the forcible seizure of the country's presidency by Francois Bozize in 2003. The war ended by 2007 when government and rebel forces reached a peace agreement, though a new civil war would begin by 2012 when a new coalition of rebel groups began another insurgency over accusations that the government was not abiding by the peace agreement. The new rebel coalitions, commonly called the Salaka, seized control of the capital and government and forced Bozize to flee the country, only for new rebel insurgencies opposed to the new government's rule to rise up soon after. Since then, the country has been embroiled in the war between the CAR government aligned with United Nations peacekeepers, Rwanda, and the Russian Wagner Group private military company, between rebel insurgents commonly called anti-Balaka. Attacks on civilian and foreign infrastructure in the country have been common, showcased today with an attack on a Chinese gold mine operating in the Oaxaca prefecture. Rebel groups have often attacked many Chinese infrastructure and investment sites in the country, with the recent attack being the kidnapping of 3 Chinese nationals mere days earlier. This most recent attack today has left 9 Chinese nationals dead. We now concern ourselves with the Russo-Ukrainian war once again, with Russia's president, Vladimir Putin, having recently been charged with crimes against humanity for his role in the abduction of children from the Ukraine by the International Criminal Court, with an arrest warrant now active. Putin, however, appears to be continuing to secure his grip on Russia and attempt to get one on Ukraine regardless, as of today, he has made a visit to the war-torn and occupied Mariupol city in the eastern Donetsk region, which has seen some of the fiercest fighting in the war. While there, Putin visited several local residents and visited several art and children's centers. Meanwhile, we now focus on the global investment bank Credit Suisse, based in the Swiss capital of Zurich. Credit Suisse is considered a systemically important bank in the global financial system, holding over 500 billion Swiss francs in assets and is one of the world's foremost financial services firms, though in recent years has accumulated much controversy and scandal over mismanagement of assets and serving as a haven for criminals and corrupt politicians to store their wealth. Recently, the bank's share prices have also been in a severe freefall after many of its largest investors dropped their support in the wake of years of underperformance. Credit Suisse is now at severe risk of collapse, escalating fears of another global financial crisis like back in 2008 when considering the recent collapses in America. As of today, in an attempt to secure Credit Suisse's assets, Swiss banking firm UBS will be acquiring the company with the support of the Swiss government, as financial institutions around the world are now taking measures like increasing flow of American dollars to national economies to ease the blow of a potential financial crisis. In other news, 19 people were killed and 25 injured after a bus rolled into a ditch in Dhaka, Bangladesh. The second round of Montenegrin presidential elections will occur on April 2nd with today's ascension of incumbent Milo Dukanovic to face off against Yakov Mihailovic, and the 2023 legislative elections in Kazakhstan have concluded with the victory of the Imminent party.